Hey, today's short practice is designed to release stress in the back of the lower body. You're going to want to have with you a yoga strap and a yoga block. Let's get started.
You're going to lie on your back. You can place your hands on your abdomen, or one on your abdomen and one on your heart. Whatever feels most soothing for you. And just draw a big breath in. And then let the breath go. So just honoring that you're here, the wish to be present, to be whole, to be in community, all beautiful offerings. And then go ahead and take your yoga strap, keep your left knee bent and your left foot on the floor, and take the yoga strap and we're going to place it around the right sole of foot for Supta Padangusthasana 1. Bend the right knee into your chest to begin, and then extend the heel to the ceiling. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders, and just notice what you're carrying in with you this morning. Sometimes we're unaware of, the ups and downs of our life are real. And so what we want to do by noticing is just honoring wherever you are right now. And so we're giving ourselves this opportunity to create a broader container through which we can live our lives. We can feel vital and full and happy, kind. We'll take another big breath here, and you're pressing that right heel up to the ceiling. So feel for that. If you press it up a little more and the toes drop down, that's going to give you even more stretch through the lateral hamstring. Place your left hand now on the top of your left hip and move your right leg out to the right. You want to keep dropping that left hip down, and you can extend the left leg long down the mat if you like. If you choose that option, just make sure that you're continuing to connect that left glute to the floor. So yesterday was a little more intense. We did some postural work, and so for today we're going to do a little more releasing and letting go of the muscles. We're focusing on increasing our flexibility and range of motion so that you have less stress throughout the body. Press the right heel away from you. Keep breathing here, and then as you exhale, you're going to bring that right leg straight up to the ceiling and now across your body. So you're extending the right heel away from you. You're looking at the right toenails. They're kind of lining up with your belly button, and you're lying onto your left side. So give yourself the generous space to truly lie onto your left side. That's going to give you a little more opportunity to open up the lateral hamstring. Keep the right foot off of the floor, so there's a tendency to drop it to the floor, but what that can do is it can overstretch the ligaments of the SI joint. So keep the right foot off of the floor by about 6-7 inches, maybe taller, like mine's about 12 inches. That feels right to my body, so listen into yours. Then take your right hand on the top of the right thigh and draw the right thigh down as if you're externally rotating the right femur bone, the right thigh bone. Then open the right arm out to the right and turn your head to the right. So you're now coming into a beautiful spinal twist, but it can be very intense, especially if your leg is a little tighter, your legs are tighter because you're, either you're sitting a lot or you're running a lot, or tennis, golf, like it's either end of the spectrum, you're gonna get a little more intensity here. So if you're very active, or if your activity level's a little lower, you'll find that this pose can be loud. You can talk to us, you know what I mean? All right, one more breath, inhale. And exhale. You're going to bend that right leg now Bend the right knee, take the yoga strap behind you. You can come up onto the left elbow, or if you want a little more intensity, you're gonna turn it into a back bend, so it's Natarajasana on your back. And in that case, you've got the yoga straps overhead. Your triceps are moving towards your ears, and you're dropping the right knee down and the right heel towards your back. Sacrum, the lowest part of your back, is dropping towards the bottom of the mat, and you'll take 3 more breaths here. Good, you guys, really nice. 2, and you can feel a stretch through the front of the leg and the quadriceps on the right side. Last 1, tailbone's heavy, core is engaged. And exhale, we're gonna release it, lie onto your back, and take a big breath. Inhale, open through the chest and the collarbone. And exhale. Let's go to the other side. So you'll bend both knees. Keep the right foot on the floor this time, and sole of the left floor. Sole of the left foot is looking up to the ceiling. Bend the knee into the chest first, and then extend the heel up. Notice what you're feeling in the back of the left leg. So one of the portals in, doorway into mindfulness, is connecting to how our bodies feel, and then giving our body enough space that you can actually breathe with that feeling, breathe with that sensation. So when we're looking for more internal peace, a lot of it has to do with the way we relate to ourselves. It's our relationship to us, to ourselves. So extend the heel a little more and drop the left toes down towards your nose. So that's going to give you that extra oomph for the back of the left leg. Nice, you guys. So when you do this type of work in the morning, you're also releasing your low back, which is fantastic, because the hamstrings connect to the sitting bones, and if the hammies are tight, they're going to yank on the sitting bones, and that's going to pull down on the SI joint. Conversely, while we release them, as we're doing here, you're going to feel more freedom in your low back, whole body. Okay, keep that right hip down and walk the left heel to the left. Yeah, so you're opening out. This is Supta 2. As long as the right heel and the right hip and right glute are on the floor, you can extend the right leg long if that feels okay. Your low back is the ultimate decider of this. To accelerate or intensify this pose, it doesn't necessarily mean dropping the left foot closer to the floor. It does mean, however, drawing the left toes up a little bit more towards the top of the left armpit or the top of the left mat. So you're finding little inroads to honor that place in between too much intensity and relaxation. So that's where we find that place of still point. So press through the right heel. If the right leg's long, give the right heel a little push. Yes, good. So both heels are moving away from one another. One more breath. Inhale. Good, you guys. And exhale. Draw the leg into the chest and then extend it out in front of you. So you're looking at your left toes, and your left toes are lining up with the belly button. Hold on to your yoga strap or belt with the right hand, and then take your left hand on the top of the left thigh and externally rotate the left leg just a little bit. So you're just drawing it down towards the bottom of the mat, and then lifting the left arm up and over. So now your head turns left. You're dropping left shoulder blade down towards the spine, pushing the left heel away, turning with the left ribs. Nice, you guys, that's it. Take 5 more breaths here. If it's ever too much, you bend the left knee, and that gives you a little more space. Stay with you, stay with the breath, letting it come in and then letting it elegantly leave. One more breath. And exhale it out. We'll bend that left knee, and you can either hold on to the strap and just place the leg behind you, or you can reach it up over your head. You're lying all the way up to the right side, and walk your hands down the mat. Good. Yep, down the back. Nice, and notice where you feel that in the top of the left hip for 3. So really honoring that opening that's happening and releasing with the breath. 2. Nice. Last one, inhale. Really good. And exhale, release it. And we're going to come back through center. Both knees are bent. Feet are flat on the floor. Drop your knees over to your left. Stretch to the right. And then come up through center and swap. Go to the other side. And then come up through center one more time. Just loosening up the structures around the hip. And we go to the other side. Nice, you guys. And then up through center. Knees come into your chest. We'll come up into a downward facing dog. However you want to get there. So you can go through tabletop or child's pose. We'll be here for 3 breaths. You're in downward dog. Core is engaged. Heels are slightly away from one another. Full breath, inhale. Exhale the breath away. Sitting bones rise. One more, inhale. Nice, and exhale. Bend into your knees and then step the right foot forward. You can stay on the ball of the back foot, or you can drop the left knee to the floor and sweep both arms up to the ceiling. So we're opening up that left hip flexor. Just 3 breaths here. Gentle practice to really start your day off right, so you feel more embodied, more present, more open, and more grounded. So good. And then both hands are down. Roll over your left toes now and just float that right arm up to the ceiling. So you can put a block underneath your left hand. A little more support sometimes goes a long way. And we'll breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Both hands are down. You can come into pigeon on your back for the right side, or turn yourself into pigeon here. Right wrist lines up with that right knee, and we'll be here for about 7 breaths. So this should feel like a nice stretch for the piriformis. You can put a blanket underneath your hip if that feels better. Lengthening through the spine. If you're all the way down on the floor, there will be a little rounding in the spine, which is fine. In this pose, that is okay. But if you want more length in the spine, you just come up onto forearms or hands on blocks or floor. 1 more big breath. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to push it up, moving yourself back into a downward facing dog. Full breath in. Long breath out. And we'll go to the left side. So left foot comes forward, right knee drops to the floor. Core stays engaged as you float arms up. If floating arms up is too much on the knee, skip it, or you can have the knee entirely elevated off of the floor. And then that's a little more muscular contraction in the left side. With the knee down, it's a little more opening of the right hip flexor. Take another full breath, extend and elevate to the ceiling. And exhale, hands are down. We'll roll over the right toes, keep the right hand down, and then float the left hand up. So the right hand can be on the floor or a block. You're pushing through the ball of the right foot and the heel of the left foot. Another 2 full breaths. Beautiful twist, aids in digestion, really good for our metabolism as well. And then both hands are down, coming into pigeon, here forward lying or on your back. Dropping the head. Cultivating the breath deeper into the lower abdomen. Relaxing through the back leg and feeling the stretch in the upper left hip. Flexing the left toes and 2 more full breath here. And then come on up. We're going to roll over your back toes, coming into a downward facing dog. Feet reach back, full breath in. Long breath out. 1 vinyasa, high plank, if you like, on your knees is fine. Low plank, upward dog, breath in, or cobra. And downward facing dog as you breathe out. Full breath, inhale. And as you exhale, we'll come onto our knees and cross over our ankles. We'll lie onto our backs for a mini Shavasana. Boy, 15 minutes flies, doesn't it? But look how it shifted things. So as you lie back, notice, does your body feel any different? Does your mind feel any different? Let yourself cultivate a greater ease in your heart, right here. Relaxing through the forehead, the sides of the face, the jaw, throat, the chest, the abdomen, hips, pelvis, all the way down, legs, knees, lower joints, calves, ankles, feet, letting it go. Take a full breath in and release the breath out. You can stay here, of course, and rest longer, or bend both knees, place your feet on the floor, tip over one side, pressing up to seated, and namaste.